What is up, everyone, and welcome to my unedited raw Pyra and Mythra training. I'm just going to be going through all of their moves, going through everything that they can do. So first thing, you got Pyra and Mythra on the actual fighter screen. The fighter screen looks really big now, especially since they added this new row on the bottom. You can see they probably take up the most space in their character thing. Going through their alts, I really think this alt, there's some alts that I think don't look good, like this one. This one is decent. This one looks really cool, but when I was thinking, I think I like this one the best. It's kind of like gold and silver, you know. For the CPU, I'm just going to be doing level 3, but we're just going to be going through all of their different moves, basically kind of like going through their frame data, except not really. I'm just going to be going through what I think of these characters. Okay, so here we are starting out with Pyra. So far, from what I can get from her speed, I would compare her probably almost to Dr. Mario. He feels heavy when you jump, right? He doesn't have super jump height, and I can't tell, she falls very fast. She feels very heavy when you jump, and her run speed is about like, I would definitely say she feels a lot like Dr. Mario. She can shield pretty fast out of dash, not extremely fast. Yeah, her dash seems to be very laggy. So I guess we'll start with her neutrals. First up, jab. That is her, it does about 12%. That's her normal jab. And then flurry jab does about 19%. That looks like it could maybe have kill power later on. Next up, we have F-tilt. Very strong move. 13% damage. Definitely will probably kill at higher percents. It's not a move that you can throw out. It's going to have a lot of lag. But I guess if you want to throw it out just to poke your opponent, or maybe to get a kill at the edge of the stage at very high percents, you can do that. Next we have up tilt. Up tilt is a very wide hitting move. It doesn't hit on the ground, or I guess you can see it doesn't hit grounded opponents unless you hit it with the front side. The back side does not hit grounded opponents, as you can see right there. But overall, this move is kind of slow, but I would say it functions kind of like a slower, like Bowser or Donkey Kong up tilt. It's probably going to kill at higher percents on lighter characters. It's a move that you can kind of turn around like this. You can slide into it. So I wouldn't use it too often, but it can be used for juggling. Next up, down tilt. It's the little trick move. Down tilt it's definitely going to be your go-to combo tool. You can just kind of throw it out. And with Mythra, it's probably going to be even faster, so it's probably even more of a combo there. It does 9%. It's relatively fast and pretty spammable. And now let's go to her aerial. So first up, we got forward air. I would say it almost doesn't feel like a forward air. It kind of puts up like a barrier, like a frontal barrier. So it can probably catch opponents jumping up like that. Because it almost looks like an up air, right? It goes up, but it kind of hits in the middle. So that move looks like it will probably kill off stage for sure at higher percents. Back air. Back air is kind of slower. Kind of like Piranha Plant's back air, except maybe a little slower than Piranha Plant's back. Maybe a little faster or slower. I can't really tell yet. It hits kind of lower down, as you can see. I don't know. Yeah, it's too slow probably to combo into, even with another back air. As you can see, that wasn't really true. But it will definitely be used as kind of a poking tool and probably even a kill throw. Next we have up air. Up air, just a normal wide swinging up air. Similar to Lucina, I would say. Maybe a little slower. Definitely has the in lag. The key thing here is that if you do it enough, if you short hop it, then you can actually, if you time it right, just right, it's a little harder to do for sure than Lucina's and Marth, but there is a little frame, I think. I don't know, it's very hard to get. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it again, but yeah, like that. There's a little frame where you can ground it. It's very hard to hit, obviously the back hit. But this move will be good probably for juggling and other stuff like that. Next for down air, it has the spiking effect on Mythra. I'm going to be honest, this looks very good. It's gonna be very useful off stage to mix up your opponent's. It doesn't look like it's gonna kill on stage very early, but the spike looks very, very strong. So say you did like that, or that killed them pretty early. But if you want to bait out your air dodge and your opponent air dodges up, you can do like that and catch their jump like that. I think that'll be really, really good. After that, we have her neutrals. Her neutral is, or her neutral air. We'll start with that. First, she has this the one-hit one, and then I think she also has a multi-hit. Nope, that's the one-hit one. Okay, I think Pyra has the one-hit one. So the Nair hits pretty hard, so it doesn't look like it's actually going to be able to combo anything, but it's going to put your opponent in a situation where you can do other stuff, like just kind of keep your opponent at bay. It doesn't look incredible, but I'm assuming that it does also kill at high percent. It looks pretty large, as you can see. It hits from behind there. You can do it at ledge and stuff like that. So yeah, Nair doesn't seem too good, but it also doesn't seem too bad. Now for her specials. First off, we have neutral B. It's this thing. I'm not really sure how exactly good this will be. So the fully uncharged, this is probably the fastest that it's going to get, is like that. You can actually use it to mix up your momentum like this. As you can see in the air, I can drift left and right to kind of move my character around like this. So what I'm interested to see in is if you can actually ledge grab off of this. See, as you can see, it didn't immediately snap like that. You can actually jump out of it pretty fast, but if I land on my opponent like this, it's going to be pretty laggy. And if I want to charge it, obviously it's going to do a lot of damage, but it doesn't look too good. If it can 2-frame, that would be very good. So I'm going to test it out here. It does look like it does have a little bit of 2-framing potential, but you're going to have to get the timing right, and obviously your opponent could see you charging up, so it's not as good as like something like Giga Flare from Sephiroth that can kind of cover all options from ledge. Her side B is a move that I think is going to be really good. You can actually put your opponent, as you can see when I am doing side B, I'm mashing up air right now. I can't attack since I don't have my sword, obviously. So once you do that, you can only move around, but this is actually really good because once your opponent is stuck here, you can go up. You also can't grab in that animation. So if you go up like this, you have to wait until your sword comes back. So if you're right here for your sword to come back, I wonder, and especially if you're closer, you can actually like push your opponent off stage. You can kind of use your own body to push them off stage, which I think will be really interesting, especially if you get like, say you get above them with the sword, and then you do like a foot. You can do footstool out of that. Like that's gonna be really good. You can do footstool. You can, yeah, that's like a free footstool basically. And as you can see, if you get really up close, it pushes your opponent back. So, and there's the flick version, and there's the hold version. As you can see, the hold version kind of looks bigger, and the flick one is faster. So this move I think is going to be really good. Next we have her down special. Obviously it's the change between Pyro and Mythra. As you can see, you don't actually lose your momentum. So if I'm going forward here and I transform, I land in front, and if I'm going back, I can't. So you cannot actually switch it by doing B reverse here. So I actually think this is not going to be as crazy as people thought, but it is still going to be very good. Then finally, her up B. It is kind of, I would compare it obviously to Ike. It's the upward slash into the downward thing. It's going to be very, very good for killing really near the ledge, similar to how Ike got buffed. I'm like, Sheik right here is at 60% on the ledge. Oh, I messed up there. At 75% even on the ledge, and that almost kills. I'm not sure if it has a spiking hitbox. It does not look like it does, or at least it does not have a strong hitbox. So you're not going to be able to suicide your opponents off stage similar to Ike, I'm pretty sure. Let me try one more time. Yeah, it's very hard, plus your opponent's probably SDI or air dodge out of it, so I would not recommend going for this move as a suicide off stage. You are committed to doing both of them just like Ike, so when you're off stage, it does snap to ledge, which is good. So you won't be getting edge guarded as much as Ike. but you have to be careful to not go too far out because your drift does not go as far as you think it does. It's very similar to Me Sword Fighter's up B. I think it's up B3 if you've ever looked at those. But overall it's a decent recovery. It's not the best, obviously, because your horizontal recovery isn't going to be great. Obviously, like I said before, you can use your neutral B to kind of get some more momentum in that direction. But overall, Pyra, I would say her biggest weakness is rushdown characters. Hopefully her Nair is going to be able to, and her down tilt is going to be usable to actually deal with those types of rushdown characters. But other than that, I would say her biggest weakness is her vertical and her horizontal recovery, especially when she gets pushed near the boss zone. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and switch and talk about Pyra. So immediately when I'm looking at Pyra, this character is very fast. I really like it. Just feels like you're kind of I would say I would compare it to Speed Shulk Monado. Like that's how crazy it feels to play this character. So far, this is just very good. Like you're just jumping up and down. It's definitely a fast faller for sure. But it just feels like you can cross the stage in almost a second. Like this character is going to be very, very hard to deal with, especially for characters that struggle against rushdowns. So obviously her jab, like Mythra, does a little less damage, but it is faster. There's her multi-hit jab. It does obviously a lot less than Pyra and probably won't kill. Next up is her forward tilt. This move is going to be, I would say it's similar. It's definitely a poking tool. It does combo into itself at low percents. Off stage, I mean. On stage, I don't think it will. This is just a random. I would not say this is a great move. It's just a forward tilt, right? You can just throw it out very fast. It's not going to do too much damage. Not going to kill your opponent at all, ever, probably. But you can just use it to kind of poke your opponents. Next is going to be down tilt. This is the move that I was talking about. Definitely a fast move that you could just combo many things into. Like you say here, you have down tilt into forward tilt. That is a true combo, I'm assuming. It's not going to do much damage. Obviously 10% isn't that great, but you can still use it in different scenarios. It's very easy to poke out. There's different moves that you can use for it. It doesn't do too much damage, but puts your opponent in the optimal combo position. Next is going to be up tilt. This move is going to be very good. Combos into itself at low percents. Very good for juggling. Going to put your opponent in a situation where they have to air dodge or jump, where you can continue the juggle. But overall, this move is definitely a lot better on Mythra than Pyra. This is just going to be a very, very good move. Next, talking about her aerials. First, I'm going to talk about the forward air. This forward air is very pokey. Very, very pokey. Just very, very pokey. It doesn't combo into itself. It has very, very low hit stun for the opponent. Probably never gonna kill. This is just I don't know what this move is going to be useful, if it's going to be so at all. It is just a poke tool, probably positive and shield because of how fast it is. I would say it has decent enough range in front of you. It doesn't go incredibly far, but it is just a move that you can see, as you can see here, I can just kind of throw it out. I'm not going to really get super punished for it because I can move so fast. Back air is kind of similar, but instead this time it does look like you are going to be able to combo off of back air. I feel like compared to when you're comparing the forward air and the back air, I would actually say Pyro's back air is better. As you can see, I can combo back air into forward air. I can probably combo let's see here, I can probably combo back air into forward air too. Back air into back air probably works. Back air into back air, yep, there's the true combo. Back air is going to be really good for combos. Let me go ahead and talk about up air. This up air is going to be very good. Look at how fast you can throw this out. This is crazy. This is so good. You can just juggle your opponents endlessly like this. And it has like I said, similar to Chrom, I think, at least, you can hit your opponents from behind, so you can just, this character so far seems very, very, very fast, but obviously, as you can see from my attacks, I'm not doing that much damage. So this character is going to definitely have to do some type of gimmicks to win. And finally, Nair. this Nair is going to be very good, I feel. It's the kind of Nair that Byleth has, which means you're going to be able to combo stuff. If you fast fall it especially. It doesn't look like Paulo's Nair. The last hitbox is very strange. As you can see, it has like a little bit of landing lag. It does not look like you can actually combo it into anything specific. Obviously you can combo into it with stuff like down tilt. Maybe dash attack will be able to confirm from it at certain percent, but I would see maybe going for this into grab or something like that, especially since she has a fast dash grab. Finally, for her specials, obviously her neutral special is this move. This is fully uncharged. You can B reverse it, which makes it a lot better at the last second, especially like you can kind of do what Sephiroth does with his Octo Slash, where you can reverse it at last minute. But look at the damage on this, 39%, pretty good. It does have a decent amount of range. As you can see, it doesn't cover roll distance always, unless it's fully charged. This move, I don't know how exactly this is going to be used. You can probably use it to guard ledge when you're trying to recover, to catch jumps. As you can see, when you hit them, you stay in the air, which means that you're not going to be falling to the ground and potentially get punished by a projectile or something like that if you catch them in the air. Overall, I would say that this move is going to be decent. I wouldn't say it's going to be good. Now we have side B. This move, I don't really understand this move. It's just like, you just kind of teleport and hit them. It looks like you do have to get the original hitbox, as you can see here. None of these other hitboxes actually hit him. You can angle it. It does look like you can angle it a little bit down. I'm not exactly sure on that, but you can hit opponents from higher up. As you can see, like there, I can't recover after that. Like he was saying in the direct, you have to end your character on stage like that. This move probably will just be like Octo Slash, where you can good horizontal recovery. You can use it to snap a ledge if you get right on the ledge. I think the important hitbox is going to be the first little dash. As you can see, she kind of dashes forward, does all the slashes, and then ends up where she dashed forward. So this Pyro Mythra will definitely be better at horizontal recovery compared to Pyra, especially since she has this. Last but not least, we have her up B. Up B, as you can see, after I do the second part of up B, I am in fast fall, so you cannot do anything. It doesn't go insanely high. As you can see, this projectile lasts for a while. You can see it goes I'm all the way over here. I can hit Sheik from all the way over here. It doesn't do a lot of damage, only about 7% if you get the full hit. Obviously she has the variation where you do a lot of hits, but it doesn't look incredible. I will be honest, this up B doesn't look incredible at all. It does not look like it 2 frames. That's a big thing, especially since that hitbox. These, as much as these look very good, it isn't going to be incredible because look, as you can see, they don't have a ton of hits done. They definitely are not killing, and you get put into fast fall after this. If you didn't get put into fast fall after this, I would definitely say that it is a little better. This move would be good, but overall I think this move isn't going to be that great. Obviously for recovery, it's similar to Pyro's, except that you have a little jump. Like if you don't make it, you have that little jump that kind of makes up for the height distance. So you can do that. I'm pretty sure the jump height does not change based off of the thing that you shoot. Obviously you can't drift. You can drift more than you can with Pyra, but it's still not a lot. It's still going to be hard to recover, especially from somewhere like that. It'd always probably be better to just use side B. I'm going to switch back to Pyra and talk about the grabs now. So first off, the grabs, up throw, definitely going to be their combo throw, I would say. It doesn't do a ton, but it is going to be probably the best combo throw, I would say. Forward air for Pyra, nothing crazy, can't really confirm probably. Then for back throw maybe get something like this randomly, you know, catch your opponents off guard. Doesn't look like a kill throw. And then down throw, you can do probably, I'm guessing, down throw into up B at certain percents, especially if you jump into it and your opponent doesn't air dodge out. Other than that, I would say Pyra and Mythra are not going to be very grab heavy, or at least Pyra won't be a very grab heavy combo character. It looks like down throw into fair is going to be true, so that's probably going to be your go-to combo that she has. Maybe back air, but probably just going to go through every time at low percents, down throw fair. Now switching back to Pyra for the last time, we have up throw for Pyra, very fast combo throw. Less hit stun though, so you're gonna have to get your follow up fast. Like I said again, this Nair doesn't fully work, it doesn't seem like, but you can always do stuff like fair, up air, stuff like that. Start juggle situations. Maybe try a back air like this. Just start juggling him. Keep him in the air. Keep him just like this. Character is going to be very good at doing stuff like that. Finally, we have down throw for Mythra. I'm guessing down throw back air into infinity is going to be what she does for optimal combos. Just make sure to always keep your opponent off on pressure. You're gonna, as Pyro, I would say you're always going to be wanting to be throwing out attacks. You're so fast and your attacks are so lagless that you're almost never going to want to be not throwing out an attack, I would say. Even when you're off stage, you probably still want to be going for nairs and stuff like that. So I showed off Pyro. I didn't show off dash attack before. It's a pretty fast move for for Mythra. For Pyro, it's definitely going to be like kind of Ike's kind of dash attack where you're just going to kind of throw it out, you know, you just boom, 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 right? You can just throw it out at random times. You got the taunts with Rex, one with the flame sword holding the flame. Mythra has different taunts like this, and then also one with Rex. But that's going to be pretty much it for this. This is obviously an unedited. This is raw footage just as these characters came out. But what do you guys think of these characters so far? I would say these characters are very unique. It's very hard to tell who is going to actually be better, because when I'm playing Pyra, I do feel very, very heavy. Like I said before, she kind of is floaty almost, right? Like Mewtwo, like when you're in the air after your second hop, it just feels floaty like Dr. Mario, like I was saying earlier. Her attacks hit hard but are very slow, so like I said, she might struggle against rushdown characters, but obviously she has that fantastic move, that side B, that's going to be really good. Mythra is very, very fast. Feels like I'm playing Speed Minato Shulk, but her attacks barely do any damage. It feels like I'm hitting the opponent with a feather. So it's just going to be interesting to see how can you overwhelm your opponents as Mythra, and how can you just kill your opponents as Pyra. So yeah, that's it for today's video. More videos will be coming out in the coming days about the patch notes. I know you guys are excited about that, but with that all out of the way, I will see you guys in the next video.